What's doing, lads? Here I am playing some Splitgate. I thought I'd give you my first impressions on the game as it's currently in the beta stage and try and answer some questions that I had about it before I actually played. First question I had about Splitgate was how does it play, what's it like, so essentially just the gameplay. How is it? So it obviously looks a lot like Halo because it is, so the guns and the movement and kind of just the game in general feels a bit like Halo, it feels a lot like Halo actually. And they've obviously added this new mechanic of the portals, which kind of adds a new dynamic to it, which is nice. Other than that though, it feels like a really solid close quarter shooter. The game is cross-platform, so console and PC players will be in the same lobbies, so obviously we'll expect a bit of a wah from keyboard and mouse players. But overall, I think they've done pretty well to keep it balanced. I did notice that it felt pretty sticky, especially when hip firing, but in contrast, I do think the top players in this game will almost all be keyboard and mouse players. In all the gameplay that I watched before playing, I noticed that there were 4 different colours of portals. So there was yellow, purple, blue and red. The yellow and purple ones are the portals that you control, so you're able to open and close both of these. Once you put both of them up, you're able to see, shoot, be shot and travel through them. As for the blue ones, a bit self-explanatory, but these are spawned by your teammates and the red ones by enemy players. Portals that aren't connected will appear kind of staticky, while ones that are will look a bit like a black hole. You won't be able to see through the portals that you didn't spawn, but you're still able to shoot, be shot, and travel through them. It's also worth noting that you spawn with 2 grenades, and they act kind of like an EMP, in the sense that they destroy enemy portals, but they don't do any damage to players. The weapons in this game are pretty straightforward, so you'll spawn with an AR, which is just an automatic rifle, and a carbine, which is a semi-auto rifle. Around the map there are spawn points for different kinds of weapons. Some of these are pretty overpowered, but the respawn timers on them keep them from just ruining entire games. There's no way to change the guns you spawn with, but there are some game modes that just spawn you with different ones, like shotties and snipers. The rest of the game is made pretty well. The minimap shows verticality of enemies that appear on it, in that if they're above you, the red dot will have an arrow above it, and if they're below you, the arrow will be beneath it. Overall, I feel like the heads-up display is pretty clean, and from my experience, the audio is also pretty solid, with enemy footsteps loud enough to hear, and teammate footsteps not really interfering at all. Not much else to go over really, so stick around for some shotties and snipers gameplay, I guess.
Kill Lightoscope. Double kill.
I hope you lads enjoyed that little Year 7 speech on Splitgate. I'll try to make some eye contact next time, but you never know. Have a good one.
Victory.